All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're stepping into the ring for a huge showdown in the web development world. This is a classic matchup between two absolute powerhouses of back-end technology.
This is the question every developer is asking. You've got projects to build, apps to scale, and a really crucial choice to make. So which one should you bet on? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out.
So in one corner, we have Node.js. It's the established giant, the seasoned champ, built on JavaScript, pretty much the most popular language on the planet. And in the other corner, we have Go. You might also hear it called Golang, the powerful challenger, engineered by Google specifically for raw performance.
So here's how this is going to go down. We're breaking this fight into 3 rounds. First up, the learning curve. Then, the main event, performance and power. And we'll finish up by looking at their tools and community. After all that, we'll see if we can crown a winner.
Okay, round 1 is on, the learning curve. Because look, it doesn't matter how amazing a technology is if developers can't pick it up and actually build something with it, right? So let's see how our 2 contenders stack up.
And right out of the gate, you can see a huge difference. Node.js is kind of like the easy access ramp onto the highway, especially if you already know JavaScript. Go, on the other hand, is a bit of a steeper climb. It really demands that you learn its specific way of doing things from square one.
The advantage for Node.js here is just massive. I mean, it's built on JavaScript, so millions of developers already know the basics. It handles tasks asynchronously with something called callbacks, which, let's be honest, can be a headache all on its own. But the community is so big and there are so many tutorials out there, it just feels like a well-traveled, familiar path. Now, Go is a totally different story. Learning it isn't just about syntax. It's about adopting a whole new mindset. You've got to wrap your head around concepts like pointers, strict typing, and, as we'll see in a bit, something called Go routines. This means it's not just one person learning a new skill. Your whole team has to be ready for this rigorous climb.
And that brings us to round 2, performance and power. Okay, this is where the gloves really come off. A gentle learning curve is nice, but when your app blows up and you've got tons of users, can the technology handle the heat? Let's find out.
But before we can compare them, you have to understand this one word, Go routines. This is Go's secret weapon. Think of them like incredibly lightweight, super efficient workers that can handle thousands of tasks at the same time without even breaking a sweat. This idea is the whole reason Go is built.
So here's the crucial difference in how they handle doing a lot of things at once. Go, with its Go routines, was designed from the ground up for this, making everything smooth and parallel. Node.js is single-threaded. It juggles tasks using a system of event callbacks, and while that works, it can get really messy and inefficient when things start getting conflicts.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Just look at the data. This benchmark comparison makes it crystal clear. When you put them head-to-head, Go just consistently uses less CPU, less memory, and less time to do the exact same job. When it comes to raw performance, Go lands a very, very heavy punch.
Okay, let's move on to our final round, tools and community. I mean, performance is critical, sure, but a developer isn't building in a vacuum. You need good tools, you need support, you need a community. So let's see how they stack up here.
Let's just start with a number. A staggering number, over 800,000. What is that? That's the number of pre-built packages, think of them as code building blocks, available in Node's Package Manager or NPM. It's like the world's biggest library of code with a solution for pretty much any problem you can think of.
And right here, you see 2 completely different philosophies. Node.js is all about its huge ecosystem of third-party tools. If you need something, there's a good chance someone has already built a package for it. Go takes a different route. It has fewer external tools because its own built-in standard library is so powerful and comprehensive, you often don't even need to look for outside help.
Now, if you look at the community side by side, you see Node's strength is its sheer size and its corporate backing from giants like Microsoft and IBM. It's a huge, vibrant, well-established world. Go's community is younger and smaller, for sure, but it has the full weight of Google behind it, and it's growing incredibly fast.
So we've seen all 3 rounds, the learning curve, the performance, the tools. It's been a tough fight, and both sides have some really clear strengths. So after all that, who takes home the belt?
Well, here's the verdict, and you might have seen this coming. It's not a knockout. The truth is, there's no single winner that's right for every single situation. The best choice really depends on what you're trying to build. It's not about which tool is better.
It's about which tool is the right tool for the job.
So, when is Node.js your champion? You pick it when you need to move fast, especially for real-time things like chat apps. It's also great for tasks that involve a lot of waiting for data from a network or a disk. And honestly, if your team already lives and breathes JavaScript, choosing Node.js is pretty much a no-brainer.
And when should you have Go in your corner? Well, you call on Go when raw performance and scalability are the top priority. If you're building massive systems that have to handle thousands of things happening at once, like huge web servers or complex network apps, that's where Go's strengths really make it the undisputed champ.
So that's our breakdown of the great back-end debate. But look, this fight is far from over. Today, it's Node versus Go, but technology is always changing. And it leaves us with one last thought. As the demand for performance and efficiency just keeps skyrocketing, what's the next generation of back-end tools going to look like? The debate is definitely not over.